5 seconds now. All right. So I don't know. Like you probably don't. Um. You don't really know anything about the teams and what we're doing here, right? Like this is Division F. I updated the stream title. I'm sorry. I think I launched it with Div G, but this is Div F. European Redcoats versus Escadron Suicide. Or Escadron Suicide. I don't know. Like I don't speak French. Like not really, not properly. Um, but yeah. And you were watching last week's game, where um Metal Gear Squadron was playing against Sorensen Sabers, right? Where
Unfortunately, I haven't
yeah,
seen it, but I know quite a few of the players. I'm
yeah,
seeing them in quick play and from earlier ISCs and other tournaments.
yep, yep.
I'm excited for the match. I expect a lot of shenanigans and variations in tactics, so I'm open for surprises.
Yeah, I'm actually really curious to see how the difference between Div G and Div F is because, like last week, I was really surprised by how the Div G teams were just running, like pretty meta decks. I would say I think I said it back during that cast already, but like there wasn't anything mech-wise that really threw me for a loop. Which, I mean, not to say they aren't creative with their decks, but like they picked the mechs that I would have picked to push. They picked mechs that where I can see where you bring them, right? It seemed like there wasn't anything that was just filled in last second because they didn't have anything as something not figured out or something, right? It seemed to all fit into place and be like a complete thing, and like Div F should be one step above that. So I'm curious to see how that looks.
But yeah, I'm very excited for today's match.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I mean, we can bet on some things like how many duelists we're going to see in the first drop. That is, I think, like an interesting thing. Um,
Probably 2 to 3.
2 to 3. Okay, I'll just your guess is 3. Um, I think two. One team is going to play two, and the other team is not going to play any.
Yeah,
Um,
like one team two and maybe the other team just one,
just one.
or there's just both team one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
I don't think any of them are daring enough to play two duelists in one team.
you don't think so? Okay, so then just
For some reason, I don't think it.
okay. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I
I don't know.
think
I
they're
think
gonna have some mech in the middle of the field to fill like a medium.
yeah, yeah. I mean, blackjacks have been really popular for that, like in most of the drops that I've seen for Vitric. Um, I mean, it makes sense, right? You have the ramp in the center. Good mounts are really useful on this map. Um,
Yeah,
because that
jump
allows you to
jets
play
too,
center. Yeah, and
so you
JJ's.
can get nice angles from the side buildings. So if the other team pushes over the top rams and is on the bridge, they can get nice shots from the side and the back.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so it's 2100 now. So I guess like the teams will probably get ready or start to get ready soon, and then like at most 10 more minutes, and then we will drop. Yeah,
Yeah, team two is still missing one player.
yeah, but I mean they
Team one
also
is already readying up
yeah
slowly and
yeah
moving their lances.
yeah. Team two also has a bit more time, so I don't think they are going to delay us like significantly.
Yeah, I'm not up to make some
Yeah,
Clock Warriors
no,
shenanigans.
definitely not. Um, yeah, I don't know. Like I think Brawl is probably going to be really popular, but um, like there are so many different ways you can play this like with like DPS lights. So like Osiris, obviously, um, the javelin with MGs, and I mean you could bring like the ultralights, like Flea or Locust. Both of these have good like DPS builds as well. But at the same time, I mean these don't have jump jets, so I don't expect them. Um, SRM Javelin, though. I think that's the 10p or
Yeah,
11p or something like that.
the high there.
Or the high. Yeah, I don't think they're going to run high there though, because as a hero you can only bring one. So
Yeah, you're limited.
yeah. Um, I mean, I'm personally a huge fan of the Jenna A. Like you can just do funny stuff with that mech,
It would
and
actually be pretty cool if one team tries to get the timing right and sneak into the back and jump on the Citadel. You can stall a push over the Rams in that way and make them like, yeah, bleed.
yeah. Also, just in general, you have a lot of high ground positions where you could put that Jenna, where like an Osiris might struggle to get to.
Yeah, and
Um,
you don't have the range on the Osiris.
yeah, the Osiris wouldn't do anything if it goes there and then the Jenna jumps down, and the Jenna can like actually affect the game from up high. But yeah, at the same time, I think it is difficult to make work. Like if you don't have great sidelines, and while Vitric Station definitely has a lot of high ground that can be like really useful um, to um, to put a Jenna on. Like there's also a lot of cover that you kind of can't get past, and like all the buildings up here make it so that you can't even really stop flanks. So like I think the lines of the Jenna would be kind of limited. So it's tough to tell.
Yeah,
And I
it
mean,
has to be mobile.
yeah,
It has to play dynamic. Like you can, if you're on the Charlie 4 buildings, you're gonna have to be daring and go into Bravo 3, use the buildings to get some back shots if they are stalling at the ramps.
yeah.
And that way you can really open up some nice angles and play a lot of different mechs. You could even bring Lerms to suppress them on
Ah,
the
you
top
can't bring
because
lamps
they are
actually.
just open for
You
Lerms.
can't. First drop lock-ons are
Oh
prohibited.
fuck.
No
Oh,
lock-ons. Um,
bad. Team 1
yeah.
is locked
Team one is
already.
locked. That's nice. Um,
Yeah. And Team 2 is still missing
yeah.
one player.
Yeah, I think what's also obviously making this first drop kind of difficult to predict is we haven't seen either team play yet. So, like after that first drop, maybe that will already like show some tendencies of what these people like to play, right? Whether they really like SRAMs, for example, whether they are like playing it very meta, or I don't know, like there's a lot. Oh wait, actually, I forgot another Mac that we could like theoretically do a little bet on, and that is the Trebuchet 5J. I think that's also very popular for the light drops right now. Like, do you think we will see
Yeah.
any?
I don't really think so. Maybe one at
One?
maximum.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to say. I mean, I think one as well, but I mean, I have to say something different, so I'm going to say we see two of those as well. But that is actually like a lot of tonnage already.
I mean, you don't have to say we can agree on
Yeah.
one thing.
Yeah, I think we agree. Like we're going to see one of those. And I mean, I guess we could also say blackjacks, and I mean, I think we are going to see one of those as well. Um, like probably. I wouldn't be surprised anyway.
Yeah. Do you actually know why lock-ons are not allowed on the first drop? Is it because of Thunderbolts?
I
Because of
think it's
some
because of
people using the...
streaks. It's streaks.
Oh, streaks actually. Okay,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
but I
I would have
don't.
guessed the Thunderbolts because they're really deadly on a light drop.
Yeah, no. This rule has been in ISC for all 3 seasons that I've played. And like Thunderbolts are only really a thing for this one, right? Thunderbolts weren't out yet last year. I seem to
Oh,
remember.
true.
I think they only came in March after the um after that league, after the tournament.
Just remember
Yeah.
during some scrims, I think JDX or the not JDX team was actually using Thunderbolts against us, and that was quite devastating.
Yeah, but I think that was like practice for Battle for Midway already.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
true.
Like, the Thunderbolts came with APGs, mag shots, that fun stuff. So
Yeah,
yeah.
it quite shook up the
It took up the
playstyle, the
meta, if
tactics.
nothing else. Yeah, yeah. Like a lot of stuff changed quite drastically.
Already, now we have 6 players also on Team 2.
Oh, nice.
Also, Alpha and Jolly Lands, both teams.
Yeah, I mean, that's just standard stuff, right? You want to go up the ramps. And
Yeah.
and even if you don't want to go up the ramps, um, you get to the other side more quickly because like the way in the center, you need to do a curve, right? Then it's more distance. Yeah, I mean, both teams
Yeah,
also.
and you just want to pretend you just play standard,
Yeah,
even though you're
yeah,
gonna not play standard and do like a bottom rush or something.
yeah. That reminds me, I should quickly get my spectator macro active again. And there we go.
Alrighty, team 2 is also green.
Also locked.
Hasn't
Okay, in
locked
that
yet.
case, I guess I'll activate the game video. So we don't do a radio cast. And yeah, I mean, once everyone's locked, we're going to launch. Should be any moment now.
They haven't said anything
They haven't
yet.
said anything. They're also 30 tons under yet at this point. Oh, they're locked.
Ooh,
That is
they
interesting.
locked. Okay.
20 tons. Oh shit. Capture button has a disconnect.
Oh,
That
fuck,
is. I mean,
I
don't worry
noticed
about
that
it.
too late. Fuck.
Don't worry about it. We'll hold, I guess. I mean, I'm assuming that ER are going to ask for a hold immediately. They might have not
Yeah,
noticed him dropping yet themselves. So, but that is really unfortunate.
yeah, if I had seen that earlier, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
launched.
I'm
Oh my
sorry.
god.
I didn't notice it earlier either. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it was
already
really
saying
bad
they are going
timing.
to hold. So, um,
That's good.
oh, he's here. He isn't actually disconnected. That's great. That's perfect.
Oh, it was just a glitch. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, then I'll just quickly go over the max. Redcoats are playing a Vulcan, an Assassin, an Osiris 4D, a Tin Man, a Kentaro 18, and another Assassin. I think the Assassin 21. Which one is that? Is that the SRAM one? I think it is. Well, it looks like a lot of SRAMs from their side
Yes,
though.
it's the SRM one.
Come on, can I click this guy, please? Yeah, for SRAM 4. For SRAM 4, okay. They are going light on the SRAMs. And on the other side, from ES, we can see like a Phoenix Hawk 7S, two Fire Starters, 1A, 1K, a Locust, another Phoenix Hawk 7S, and a Vulcan. So yeah, this looks more like PPC Laser Brawl from the
Are
side
you
of
seeing what's
ES.
happening?
Yeah. There's a low
I feel
ground
like I
push.
called them out what they are going to do.
Yeah, they don't have jumpies though on some of these mechs. Like the Kintaro is ground bound. So
Yeah, they're not exactly what I had
ES
in mind,
hasn't
like
noticed
going
them
up
yet,
the
I
ramp.
think.
But
Oh no,
yeah,
that's
they
now they
did.
see him.
They
Now they
did.
see him.
Here come the
Zerglinator
back shots.
spotted them.
Oh no. And they're
No,
caught in the
there's
open.
nothing yet really lost. Like there's, if you look at the armor percentages, like nothing is really given up yet. They are just tickling. I guess those are snubs probably because they are not doing any damage, and that is like 500 meters, 600 meters, I think. But now ER are on the low ground and ES is on the high ground. And they're going to push up the ramp, but let me check that Kintaro's build again. It is 5 SRAM 4 with Artemis. Okay, so I think they have like SRAM 4s on almost everything. Even though these mechs can usually run SRAM 6s, they want to be really precise. And the broad is starting. Oh, ES is actually flanking
They're gonna
and
be.
running around them and is going to try and get backshots on some of the ER mechs. But ER
Yeah,
has
they're
like
kind
really
of
good
splitting them.
cohesion. Zerglinator's first to go down, I think. He's already lagged, and they are grouping very well around him. Like really enveloping, but he is living a long time. I think Klapspaten is going to be the next one to go down. But the damage is really concentrated, really focused. Like only one mech is really taking damage at a time for either team. Yeah, Klapspaten is going down, and then probably Methane very quickly thereafter. What is going on there with the Locust shooting like the fire starter though? That was... I don't know if you saw that, but that looked really weird.
Maybe just mistaking the target.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I mean, it looks like Redcoats are like they have a comfortable advantage right now. Like they only lost one mech. All their mechs are really like healthy yet. I mean, Psychonic's Assassin isn't, but let me just check what's actually beat up on that thing. Come on, Psychonics, let me click you. Oh, I mean, one of his legs is open, so I guess he's not that healthy, actually. That's just spectator cam. Spectator percentages. I mean, you are going to have to get something. Yeah, but I think they probably just push up the ramp. They are so healthy, they can easily afford to do that. But if they stay down there and just trade with the ES mechs, they can still lose. But yeah, but the assassin is already going up. He's not really being punished for it. Yeah, both
They
assassins are
should
up
really
now.
go up.
So I think they just flank. Yeah, Azula Zylvestra's down. Deagle Ice is probably going to be next. Wait, is that an MXPL build on the fire starter?
The first sword is
Oh, small X8,
SXPL.
small XPL. Yeah, okay, but I think at this point it's just cleanup for Redcoats.
Oh yeah, Locust next.
Yeah, and Deagle Ice is also like really beat up. And the Locust.
We've gathered enough resources.
Yeah, but cool drop. Like, low
Like,
ground
that's
push
what I meant. I'm so excited for these
through
matches
the
to see
north.
something that is not the usual.
Yep. I'll just publish stats. And yeah, damage. Low damage game, but that's what everyone going for legs looks like, right? Muzz has actually 410 damage, which is like almost twice of whatever the second place had. Now I want to see. Locust has 144 damage, but 0 match score. So I think they actually did a lot of team damage. They really killed that one. Like they shot their own fire starter a bunch, I think, on accident.
Oh, that poor first order.
Yeah, that is obviously really unfortunate. I'll just copy the.
I sent you the match ID and.
Oh, okay. Then I don't have to worry about that. Then I'll just update the score. No, it's 1 point for Redcoats. And
next map.
yeah, next map.
River City.
River City. Oh, okay. I'll just close game video and we go to the other map. River City. There we are. Actually, let me put the score up now. I mean, it's kind of bad during the match to have it up there because like the timers is there. But I don't have the fancy overlays of the mainstream prepared, so I don't have something that just fits over the thing that the game itself offers. Okay, yeah, but River City. River City is like usually played by Team 1 on airport, on spaceport, I guess. Like with one tradey boy up here, one tradey boy up here, and then you have like an assortment of mechs that are holding parts of the spaceport or like just I guess like I don't know how you would say that, but they are just like running around in the city just to screen. Like that is kind of what's common for Team 1 side, I would say. And for Team 2 side, there's actually like a lot that can happen. Like you can just set up an upper city and try to trade. You can like try to push the starport like through the rock garden. You can try to push it from the south. You can go like really wide and try to hit the southern trader first. You can just play for Kappa if you want to, and then like make your move once the blue team is trying to take Epsi to get up on caps again. But yeah, like usually what you see is Team 2 having to do something while Team 1 is kind of playing a more control-y strat because you have these high positions that are also like pretty well protected. Yeah. By the way, out of the mechs that I thought were noteworthy for first drop, not a single one has been played. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll see some of them here.
I really do hope so. Yeah, I don't think that now we'll see any.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly just for the light drop.
Yeah, I think there's one mech though that we will definitely see like 6 of for this like series, and I would be super surprised if Bullshark doesn't get played 6 times. Like that would be weird.
Oh yeah.
Like I would be really surprised. Um, and I mean, you know what would actually be cool? Like since Redcoats played like with so many SRAMs, maybe they play something with Catapult A1s. Like I think they are. I wouldn't say underrated because I think people know how strong they are, but for some reason they still like always get skipped. Like people just take other mechs instead, and Catapult is just there like, why don't you take me? I'm like a Giga Brawler.
Absolutely, and I hope to see some Skokomish, to be honest.
Oh yeah,
And
Skokomish.
Team 1 is already locked.
Team 1 locked,
And
okay.
Alpha and Charlie lands.
Alpha Charlie. Okay,
That is very interesting.
that is
Even
spread.
split on Alpha Charlie.
Yeah. That being
So
said,
you don't really know
that
if
being
they're
said,
gonna for
yeah.
Gamma or if they're just preparing for a push.
Yeah, but I do think for Team 1 it's more natural to play that way because like the guys you put onto Alpha Spawn are your traders and they are going to set up on the starport, and meanwhile you guys for Charlie, like one of them is going to grab Kappa and the rest is going to book it to the Citadel, and Charlie actually has like the shortest distance out of any of the spawns. And so I think like what we are actually seeing is Redcoats telling us that they are going to play 3 slower mechs and 3 faster mechs. But maybe I'm wrong. I think
That's
that
for
is
sure.
what
That's
it's
for
telling
sure.
us. And for these 3 faster mechs, it doesn't matter that they aren't on alpha initially. Like the slow mechs need time to set up, but these faster mechs, they will be in position when they need to be. It does look like ES is not going to drop below tonnage this time though. Well, I mean, just a little bit, I guess, just very slightly. But yeah, actually, I'll just leave the paths they could take to push.
Very interesting. They're buying, it seems like Bravo Charlie. So they're
Bravo,
probably
Charlie.
going upper city. That
Yeah.
might be a.
Actually, I think it's going to be this
push.
one here. It's the push. Like
Yeah, probably.
this one. Like going up through Echo 6. Or maybe up this ramp. I think this ramp past Gamma is kind of icky. For one, because it's 3 cap and you might accidentally cap Gamma, and 2, because it's like a serpentine and you can't really get up there that easily. Well, this is like a wide ramp and you can have multiple mechs push up at the same time.
Yeah, if you want to go that way, you want to kind of spawn in Bravo Alpha and just some trader maybe in Charlie who stays in the upper city, and the others are gonna go through Rock Garden
Oh,
or
they are both
Beta
locked.
and
They are
then
both
go
locked.
through the city. Already both locked.
Both locked, yeah,
Let's launch
it's
them.
fast. They are really fast. Okay, I'm going to turn on game video again. And I'm dragging the score down. Actually, I'm just going to not show it for the match. It's just cluttering the screen. There's so much going on already.
You're dragging the score down? Are you throwing?
I'm deleting the score. Well, not really. I'm just hiding it
Oh,
for a
no.
moment. That should also remind me to update it, though. Okay, let me see. Team display. Oh. Oh. Well, you actually got your wish already. I mean, they're not dropping in yet, but it looks like Escadron Suicide are playing a DPS push. Are you already in?
I'm already in, but
Okay,
I don't
okay,
see
okay.
them yet.
Yeah, it's
I'm reluctant to switch through the max before they are loaded in because
yeah,
sometimes
I
it moves
guess.
the camera angle and then it's tilted, and that's just it's like uneven leg armor. I can't stand it.
Yeah, nah. And yeah, well, those are interesting decks. I'm curious to see where Redcoats are setting up. I think it's pretty interesting that with spectator you get to like fly around on the map while other people are looking at the screen with the names and connections. Oh, everyone
Yeah, I
connected.
really wish we would have uh, a, you know, the table to see everyone.
Okay, so
There
the
we go.
yeah, the three mechs that are spawning in alpha for European Redcoats, I think it's the Overcharged and the two Bull Sharks, but it is actually the Wolverine, one Bull Shark, and the Vulcan. So they have like I wouldn't say an even split, but they are dedicating like, well, 190 tons to Starport and 210 tons or so like down here near Kappa. But the trajectories of the mechs are at least kind of correct. Um, on the side of ES, we have three DPS bushwhackers. I'm assuming those are like the SRAM HMG ones. We have
I
a
see a 2 UX 10 bushwhacker.
wait, is 2UAC 10?
A 2
Rotary
Rack 5
5s.
and 2 ear meat.
Yeah,
And the last one is
two
also
Ultra
2
AC
UX 10.
10s. Okay, but I mean, this looks like Brawl Push. Like those those bushwhackers are throwing me for a loop. Because like the
Yeah,
Skokomish and
absolutely.
the Mask Atlas are definitely going to push. And yeah, they are probably
Very
going to push
interesting.
up here through the wide ramp in the north of the map. I think
Also interesting,
yeah,
the Centurion. MRM 52 ear med. I was expecting the LBX Centurion.
yeah the D, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, like ER aren't really holding the starport. They are already abandoning it and like moving more towards the Citadel. Pug already having like a really good position, just farming. Yes, as they are crossing through the water. But I mean, these aren't just like brawly bushwhackers, so they can kind of shoot back. But a bushwhacker is like such a strong Darker mech right now, so a single bushwhacker can't really like, retaliate in kind.
Yeah, also very interesting. One Bullshark was already at Citadel.
Yeah, that's the one that came from Kappa. He was just booking it there. And yeah, I mean, interesting to see like them receiving near Citadel instead of on the starport. I think their
Absolutely
focus,
confusing.
yeah, they're focusing really well. Like the first bushwhacker's already going down, and the Centurion after that is probably going to get on pretty fast as well. Oh, actually, they are switching to the Atlas. It looks like, right? No, I think yeah, are kind of not focusing right now.
Oh, the Vulcan kind of confused the Scout Commission, the Atlas. Very
Yeah,
good. Well
yeah, they are
played.
scrolling into the city after the Vulcan and the Overcharge. Meanwhile,
Yeah, letting the Bull
but
Sharks farm.
but one of the bull sharks is getting low. Like doesn't mean Liam is getting kind of focused, but I mean it's a bull shark. He has 45%, but he still hasn't lost any components. Like, it's actually a crazy tanky mech.
Yeah, it's just the red side torso that is open. Right, not red.
Yeah, but oh, I think he shut down. He is cooking himself, but he won't die. Like that is still like over 60 CT structure. There's no way. Yeah. So it's just the Centurion left, and yeah, it goes down as well. Yeah, that was an
Yeah.
with a fast drop and like very good positioning from Pug. Like he was in the right spot like 1 minute before everything was going down, and then yeah, could just farm there. That went pretty exactly like
Absolutely.
they wanted it to. Yeah, look at the bull sharks, like 760, 790 damage.
Also,
And
their skirmisher did the right thing, just
yeah,
to squirrel
yeah, just
the
pulling them away.
Scout Commission, the Atlas, and yeah, letting their Bull Sharks farm for free.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that one bushwhacker, like that just got focused on the way in, and as I said, it's really difficult to like as a medium, uh, punch back against the bull shark. There's really no way. So let's just swap it to the map strat again. And I mean, we talked about what to expect from this map, and I mean, I'm kind of expecting the same thing from ES, right? That they would set up about on starport, play like something more controlly, more receivy, while ER are pushing. So I would just want to like retrace what we just saw happen. So I think this was the path that was taken by ES, and down here it kind of spread into groups, right? With while ER was moving kind of like they spread out on the starport initially,
Yeah, but they just
and then they
abandoned it
booked
really
it
quick. They were
and
set up to
went
receive on
here.
Citadel.
Yeah, it was really good, like good reaction.
Very interesting. They were expecting a push and just planned their strat accordingly from the start.
Yeah, I think what's interesting is they also like they expected like a heavy commit on the northern side, um, because like if ES had been pushing like a more southern route, they could have maybe just jumped that bullshark alone, right? If they
Absolutely.
go through the rock garden, that bullshark is really isolated, um, and might have had to play like a bit more defensively. But I mean, it paid off for ER. Like that bullshark had Overwatch of like basically the entire later half of ES's movement, right? Um, but yeah, I think also the builds for ES didn't really match what they were going for. Like I was expecting, I guess it's the Bushwhacker X1 that is played for these types of pushes, right? And they had several Bushwhackers P2.
Yeah.
And I think the builds were like what? One of them was 2UAC10. I think like the 2UAC10 Bushwhacker is definitely like a good mech, but not necessarily for a
But
brawl push. And
no, if you want to play Daka, you kind of set up on Echo 5
yeah,
and just
yeah,
trade with whatever they
yeah.
have
And I
on
think like that
Starport.
Bushwhacker would be actually working pretty well out of the Rock Garden because like it's really slim and has a good peaking profile to the front, right? It stares at you and I don't know, like everyone that plays Bushwhacker probably knows this, right? You look at your target and they just shoot off your arms. And I mean, you still have everything you need and it's just such a slender mech from the front. Like better peaking profile than a stalker to the front.
Hey, they want to play an A region now.
They want to play an A now?
Yeah, very interesting.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah, that is actually interesting. But I mean, as long as both teams agreed to Europe,
Are happy,
yeah.
absolutely.
Like NA is a one side wants it, they get it deal, but I mean at least they were okay with playing EU initially. But yeah, I think they could have played like the Bushwhackers on their own are fine. Like and I think them not having the same build is also like super okay. Like people prefer different ways of playing the same thing.
Hey, team 1 is locked.
Team one is locked, okay. I have a lot of messages. Okay. Yeah, so like there's different ways to play the same thing, but if you have like so much tonnage committed to like an Atlas Atlas M, like the TSP Atlas, and a Skokomish, you kind of want the rest of your team to kind of support what these two are doing. And I don't think the Bushwhackers necessarily did that. Like I think the DPS version would have been like um more in line with what that deck was looking like. Yeah, for ER, I sadly didn't look at what the Wolverine was because that would have probably been really
The
interesting.
Wolverine was a brawl build.
Brawl build,
It's
so
not
SRAMs
SRAMs
and
if it wasn't.
SRAMs. Okay, nice. Yeah, because I was confused at first because it looked like that Wolverine was going over here, like it was trying to set up. While the Vulcan was more in this area, but they didn't even like try to set up with one like big Mac. Their bullshark very quickly went to this corner here and sat there until the push was spotted, and then they moved over to the citadel as well.
Yeah, they had really good scouting. And I mean, they needed good scouting with the Bull Shark on Citadel in case the ES was playing the H line. Then it would have been free food.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. But yeah, I mean, one thing that we have also to note as well, though, is like, yeah, I spent two of their bull shocks, obviously, and those mechs are really good. Like, it's nice that they got a win for it, but they are still gone. Like, they still have to
Alrighty,
make
team 2
do.
is locked.
Team 2's locked. Okay, then let's activate a game video and watch the drop. I'll also adjust the score, even though we're not seeing it. I mean, I'll just show it for a moment. The score. But now we have a match in a second. I hope. Black screen. Okay, now it's loading.
We're loading in, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not too worried. Like I had a good load, so everything should be fine. Just smooth sailing. Shouldn't be anything weird happening.
It's actually quite interesting how quickly the loads are as a spectator and how long they sometimes take as a player.
Yeah, that is true.
Huh.
Okay. You want
I think
team
I've never
display?
seen a bad load for a spectator.
I think. Yeah, I can't really remember from any of the official casts or stuff like that. Oh, interesting. Interesting stuff.
Now you're making me curious.
Yeah. I wouldn't have guessed this. Let's put it that way. Though, I mean, I guess now we're kind of getting to know the teams a bit better, and maybe for the Luthien drops, we have a better idea of what they want to play.
I wouldn't be surprised if they totally switch it up.
Yeah,
More
maybe. I
Daka
mean,
control.
they are using up max as well, right? So yeah, maybe they have to switch it towards the end.
Coming in.
Okay,
Capture and
Q
hold the resource point.
and
I would
backspace.
say European Redcoats, very standardish, very interesting.
Yeah, I think they're
But
mixing it a bit, right? It's not like just Daka. They have some mid-mom in there. So yeah, because I
absolutely,
mean it's kind of small, so I guess I'll just still like talk about what mechs they took. They have like a Daka core out of a Mauler MX90,
Confirming that we
uh,
have possession
a
of
mech I really
Bravo.
like,
They've taken
and the
that zone.
Cyclops Sleipnir, which is just really solid right now. Then a Stalker 7D, probably mid-vom, and a Crusader 6T, probably smalls and like some sort of PPCs. And for light mechs, an Osiris 1P, so something really brawly, really strong in a knife fight, and a Raven 4X, which is more of a Pop Tart. From ES, we are seeing like a full like NSR deck though, like 3 Chargers, a Centurion Yanlo Wang, a Dervish 6M, and the Wolverine 7K. I think the 7K is that the laser one, or is that the one that has mask? I think I should just look at it and
it is the Streak and Met Pulses and the Light Tag.
interesting. This is like 400-ton drop. Streaks are definitely a choice here.
Absolutely, but I like the Yenlo Wang pick. That is just amazing.
Yeah, no Wang. Yeah, let's look at what that is actually carrying. An AC20 and a
AC20 and
snub.
Snub.
Anyway, I'm
Very
also
basic,
yeah.
no UX.
So Stalker is large pulse EM mediums, not using the buffed large lasers nor binaries. Or the Mauler. It is 6 AC5. Club Spartan, thank you for playing that. That is such an awesome mech, and I think it doesn't get enough recognition.
Oh, very interesting. The charges. One is just the small laser one, very basic. The other one is the 1A5 with an AC20, 3 SRM6 and a snub.
Yep. Okay, the Crusaders, by the way, ear PPC, and the Sleipnir is 4 AC5 and 3 ear mediums. Okay, I think ES are kind of looking for a good position to hold in because they have a cap advantage. But I think that is probably not the right decision because they will get whittled down by the superior range power of ER eventually. And the caps take a long time in this game mode with just 3 caps. It's not something that is going to end the
Absolutely.
match quickly.
this is now right now it is a match for the Raven and the Crusader. They can just play skirmishy and make him bleed.
Yeah.
Well, they cannot even shoot back with their limited range. Yeah, they're already taking.
Yeah.
data.
Oh no, the Mauler gets to shoot. Like that is very bad. Oh yeah, the Charger's already down 14%. 23% down. Charger 185, 30%. Yeah, I think now the push is called. But not really. Like 3 mechs are stalling on the Citadel while the ones in the water are pushing. And ER is just slowly walking backwards, except for the Mauler. I think the Mauler might go down. It's kind of like alone at the front. But I think Klappspaten will be happy with how much damage the mech did.
Yeah, the
yeah.
Charger is also down now. Next gonna be the Startinator with the other Charger.
Yeah. Crud is going down for ER though. It is too
Ooh,
wait
the
far ahead.
Crusader is gonna be next.
Yeah. Where's that one mech?
And
Why
now
is
the
the
Dervish is in the open.
I don't know, the Wolverine kind of sitting on the Citadel? That is not good. Like he
That
needs
is the
to get
streak
in.
mech.
Yeah, but that means that he has to be in there even more, right?
Exactly.
But it's still actually like it's really close.
Barely even.
The Osiris is still super fresh. The Stalker is super fresh. I think Mars is going down though. Like there's no way this 1A1 is not killing him. But 1A1 is beat up. Ah, it still has armor everywhere though, so it can still definitely do a lot. I don't think it's XL. Like those builds are never XL. Losing 4 lasers
Ooh,
shouldn't really
Osiris.
care about it. Yeah, Osiris is getting streaked, but I think.
Yeah, I was about to say it should stay at the Wolverine, not run towards the Charger.
The
Stalker should be
Charger
able
is
to handle
tanking
it.
so much. I think if the Charger just stalls this
Ooh.
for a moment. Ah no, there he's dead. Like we can't really see it because like there's 2 mechs that have this delayed death.
Oh,
here.
the Stalker is cooking.
Did he get halved?
Yeah,
Well, he
it
got halved, but
halved.
he still has a lot of armor, so. But the Wolverine should just run away now. Like Wolverine should just go play a cap game now.
Yeah, it is running.
And it is running. That
I
is
guess
exactly what it needs to do.
I mean, it could have shot the Stalker while it was shut down.
Maybe didn't have like a BAP. Couldn't target the.
Yeah,
the
I
shutdown
guess
mech.
it didn't notice it. Oh,
Yeah.
true. Streaks cannot target you. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if the tag shouldn't like light them up anyway.
Enabled.
But I'm not a streaker. I'm sorry. I don't know
Yeah.
the.
Same.
I don't
We're
know.
gonna have to test this
Yeah,
after the
yeah.
match.
Yeah, I think if
Now I'm
this
curious.
is a cap game, I think yes, definitely has this. Like, if Azure would be fighting Marku, I think the Stalker could easily take it because he still has that left side, so he can just dead side shield it. And 6 ear mediums, I don't know. Like, I still think that is the better weapon loadout than like 3 streaks and what is it? 3 streaks and the Mad Pulse. Also, like the legs are really weak. I think I'm reasonably sure that is indeed the masked Wolverine. I'll check after the
You
game.
gonna spot him? Yeah, you spotted him.
Yeah, he just kind of. I guess he's just going to hide now, right? Merku's halved. He can go like what 40, 50 kph at most. He'll take Theta, and then he'll have to go for either Epsi or Kappa, and in that time, Azure is just going to take Theta back.
He's actually going 57.4.
Oh, so it's a speed tweak light fusion 350 build. That's nice. But yeah, I'll just take a second to look whether that is the Wolverine that I think it is. Because there isn't much happening, I guess. I hope. I hope I'm not missing anything right now.
Merku's staying on Theta right now. Capped it. Running towards Epsi, where also the Wolverine is going back.
This is not the mask Wolverine. The mask Wolverine would have been the 7D, I think. Yeah, the 7D is the mask one. Okay, so this is not the mask Wolverine. I don't know. I guess it had some missile velocity and some.
Are they gonna see each other?
They might. I think Merku is going to see him. Yeah, they should see each other
Merku
right
should
now.
see him. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But Azure should just run away and be fine. Like even even if Miracle were to kill Azur right now, I don't think he could win at this point.
I mean, he could get if he gets a clean shot on his legs, he could actually leg him.
Yeah, but Azur doesn't need legs anymore. Like he just needs to, like he could run, like hop
just
around
one
the cooling towers and he would be fine. Like there's nothing that can happen to him at this point.
Yeah, it's just if Merc could just caught his leg there, he could have legged him, kept FC, and then walk over to cup up.
Yeah, but
he
by
got
the time
away,
he is at
so
Kappa, like
that it's over.
it's not just that, but even the lagged Azur could just go and take Epsi back.
I mean, yeah, he could have killed him then because he's lagged. He cannot run away.
I don't think he could like reasonably catch him in the city, even if the Wolverine was lagged.
Yeah, now not. It's just if he would have needed that clean burn on the lag when Azur was crossing. But for that, it's too late now.
Yeah, I mean it's still anyone's match. Like it is going to be 2-1 in favor of Redcoats after this one, most likely. Like very, very, very likely. Probably mathematically impossible for that not to happen. But actually, he can kill. If he kills Azur, he can cap anything he wants. But I think it's going to be really, really close, even if he could do that now.
I'm pretty sure it's almost too late by now.
Yeah, if he had capped Epsi, he might have been able to. If he kills him at Sigma and then 3-1, he would get 450. They get 150. No, it's too late. Like I guess it would have been extremely close if he did that. Like if he kept Epsi and then immediately got Sigma after killing Azur.
Merc is not falling for it, but he's also not seeing him. Oh no.
Yeah, he will see him once
He
he gets some
missed him.
height. No, he saw. I think I'm pretty sure he saw.
No, he missed him. He's looking the other way now.
Yeah, he's turning. He saw it. Like once the Wolverine
No,
got some height.
Merco didn't see him.
I think he did, but I don't think it really matters at this point. There's nothing he can do. But yeah, I mean, as I was saying, like the match overall is still like anyone's game. If you have like a really good strat for Luthien, that should be enough to let you win.
Oh, I'm just seeing in the chat Psychonic saying the Osiris was scouting the H line at the start. As that, yeah, they had pretty good scouting the last match.
Oh yeah, I guess this match is so long that
Shark.
that people are
We have gained Epsilon.
Yeah, I just don't have a second screen, so I just tap from time to time.
Oh, this must have been like I think they are at the point where they get streaked right now. Just assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I think we're almost at the point where it's just 2 mechs left. And they're now starting to run around trying to catch something and hide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Is Azur trying to fight? No,
Nah,
he's
I
gonna
don't
be too
think so.
slow now to
He's
catch
going
the
to take
stalker.
later, and that's it.
Yeah. This is something I really didn't expect, that we're gonna see a cap game, which is kind of unusual for these drops since it just takes so long. Just looking at the timer, it's almost like 30 minutes.
Yeah. And that is with like several caps running the entire game. So yeah, I think you have a lot of time to do stuff in these games. They shouldn't end with like 8 mechs alive and someone winning on caps. It's always something like this. Let's see the team stats. Yeah, one of the chargers really farmed. The 1A5 just got caught out. Stalker, lots of damage. Sleipnir, lots of damage. MX90, lots of damage. Like, the assaults for ER did really, really well. But I guess so did most mechs in this drop. There was just a lot more damage on the on the table than in the first one, obviously. But yeah. So let's go here.
Next
And
map is gonna be Luthien.
Luthien in a second. And we have a score of 2-1, and this time I'm not forgetting to display that. So, Luthien. So ES is going to start out as Team 1, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes,
And
yeah.
ER are Team 2. So I personally think that the best zone to sit in at Luthien on Luthien is Delta 5 Charlie 5. I don't know, I think it gives a lot of cover to the other relevant quadrants. You have like a lot of ramps, so like if you want to play bull sharks, if you want to play stalkers, like anything with good mounts can really benefit from that area. And yeah, the things where it's kind of open to, so like well, actually let me just start this a bit differently. I think you can kind of split this map into 4 quadrants along this canyon. And like this one down here is really open. Like there's this one rock you can run around, but other than that you don't have much cover. Okay, I don't want to delete everything. And like you have this rock here, and you have some ramps in this area, right, where you can hide. But there isn't really much. You can't like set up with 4 assaults here. Like for 450 tons, that is not enough. And the same is kind of true for Charlie 4. Like Charlie 4 like has good cover to Delta 3, but it also is not very interactive towards Delta 3. Like there's nothing. You just can't interact. There's nothing. There's just a huge wall, and I guess that protects you, but it also protects them. And it is super open to Delta 5, Charlie 5. Like you can hide behind this rock, you can hide here, but it's very easy to push. Let's put it like that. So you're really only left with like these 2 quadrants here. And I think between those two, like the Delta 5 Charlie 5 one is just nicer. It's
Absolutely.
you have like lots of angles that you can shoot out from, right? You can actually like cover this entire area. And on the other side, like D3 is kind of like a focusing lens. You can only shoot let me actually remove some of that red again. You can like kind of shoot someone that's standing here, but if they are standing in this area, no dice. You can kind of like you have lines that go through this little gap here, but it's very easy to just look at that and suppress whoever's standing behind that. And after that, you have to like kind of full expose. You have to go into another quadrant that is really, really open. And yeah, for that reason, I think Delta 3, this is worse, and this is really good.
Absolutely.
So
D5, if
yeah.
you play Daka or mid-range, you want to go through there. You have a lot of field.
Yeah.
If you're being pushed, you can spread out and mow down whatever is coming towards you. And D3 is more like passing through for short range brawl, fast brawl.
Yeah, it's very defensive. You
Yes.
can get very close by passing through Delta 3. But at the same
Yeah,
time, like even if you're
that's about
300
it.
meters away, like if you're running into Daka that is set up in Delta 5, like you're still going to get hosed more often than not.
If they're Delta 5, you have no chance.
Yeah.
They can spread out so well and have cover over each other.
Yeah.
You just can't engage that.
That being said, I think like when these two sides like engage each other, it's actually like it's not like this area can't beat this one. Like you can definitely push from Charlie 4 into Delta 5, Charlie 5. Like you have enough room to bring in a lot of mechs. You have like good Overwatch in Charlie 4. You can definitely do something there. That being said, like we haven't. I mean, ER has played some Darker, but not a huge amount. But they will definitely miss
They
the
might
bull
bring
shark.
more now.
Yeah, right. I mean, they
And
are down. Like if we are counting their max, right? They have only one bull shark. They still have two maulers, and they have
hey,
two.
Team 1 is locked.
Yep.
Bravo Charlie.
Bravo Charlie.
Which is very interesting. Yes, looks like they're going for D3.
Yeah, though. I mean, are they actually? Oh, they are heavy Charlie. So maybe they are going for Gamma and then like run up, like do a spirit quest around the entire map.
That would be very foretelling, and I guess if ER is playing Ducko, they should know what's gonna happen and should scout it early.
Yeah, I think if
I
they scout
guess
it.
there might be a Vulcan or some nice light skirmisher.
Yeah.
So they should even if they don't scout it, they should know, okay, there's no enemies, they're on a spirit quest.
Yeah.
Spread out and hold like Theta and Sigma.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's also like very little that like
Okay, they're locked.
just one last thing then really quick before this launches. If they go here, I like all the way around, I think ER has still like these lines, these approach lanes are so long, like ER still has like such a good position to farm that if they go Delta 5. Okay. And I'll switch to game video. And I hope my game didn't crash because it's like an envious entity that doesn't like it when I do other stuff while it's loading.
Okay, just by the spawns, Bravo Charlie for ER, I'm pretty sure they're gonna go D5.
Oh, that is nice. That's what you like to see. I want to see them play that position. It's a good position. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Yeah. I am not sure what's going to happen.
Funny enough, for a spectator, I'm now in the drop preparation screen and see the scoreboard. Like, okay.
Well, I can already see the max. I will move that thing.
I can see some.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
there we
right.
go.
You can see Team 1 max, right? Okay, they are the dropships. So yeah, I think ES is going to brawl push this again.
Capture and hold the resource points. Stop any
I mean, the
hostiles from getting your
Sleipnir is
way.
not that fast, but it can go fast depending on the build. Archer is just SRAMs. The Highlander, 3 snubs, 3 MRM20s. Sleipnir, 4 LB5, 3 Mad Pulse. I don't know, I don't like just putting, like, if you put 5s, put UAC 5s. Otherwise, go with something bigger. They're just pushing it up the center. They are not even going for any long routes.
Yeah, this is interesting. I
Mid-bomb
didn't expect
Stalker.
either.
I mean, I think like ER is actually. But where are you hiding, little Mac? Oh, it's up top. Okay, yeah, they have a Phoenix Warhawk up high with 3 larges. Phoenix Hawk 7S
Very interesting.
just on the rocks. Will be difficult
We're
for.
also having a Banshee.
Yeah, it's a 3M.
Very
I'm looking at it right
unexpected.
now. It's 3 large pulls, 5 med pulls, and we have the last bull shark for Redcoats. And they are falling back. They are falling back into the back of Delta 5. And no caps have been taken yet. So what we're seeing is kind of ES is stalling in Delta 3. No, not Delta 3. Is that Delta 3? It is Delta 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Delta 3. And they're kind of in the choke point right now. Luckily for them, Arthur is not in this drop, so their heads are safe. But they are kind
Look
of...
at both of those
they need to go.
Phoenix Hawks. They have crossfire on the guys on the low ground around Theta.
Yeah, but I mean, I know that is one of the things that a lot of teams struggle with, but 3 ELRs is not a lot of damage. Just keep pushing. You need to keep pushing. Like, if you don't move and they shoot you, they will keep shooting you. If you move, eventually they will have to stop. Ooh,
Yeah, but
Deagle
they're
Eyes.
gonna be able to shoot their back.
Yeah. I mean, if they hug the right
Which is
wall in
gonna
that
hurt.
canyon. But the problem is, like, now they are split. They didn't keep their cohesion. Like, the Highlander is not communicating that he has problems with that Phoenix Hawk, I think. Like, Deagle Eyes is... He is slow. He needs to move early. And now, like, we already have people engaging. Like, the Catapult and the Archer are running in 2 versus 4. That can't end well. Now
They're running into
Droid-
the open where the others can farm them from
Yeah.
range, and they just can't reach
that
them.
stalker position is really good for receive, like the 5S. Raptorian is really just sitting back, and he can see anyone that pushes up the ramp into Delta 5. Yeah, Crusader's leg, Zerglinator, and there he goes down. Yeah, I think Methane will go next. No, they killed Acid Angel, actually. The Banshee should be kind of out of range, but does mean Liam is probably, like, having the time of his life with that Cyclops, which is getting backshot by the Phoenix Hawk. Yeah, I think that was, like, a kind of a coordination issue.
Yeah, and the big problem, they were pushing into the open where they just had no chance of surviving. If
Yeah.
the European Redcoats just fall back, they have no chance of yeah. They just have Overwatch over each other, can spread out and pick one after another from the
Yeah.
other mechs.
Yeah, I think what they should have done is, well, I mean, we can look at that in a second on the map strat.
Fast mech to cap Gamma, take Theta, and wait for them to come closer to them. But you cannot walk towards them through the open.
I think there is like a way where what they could have done that would have been like really difficult for ER to like respond to. But I mean, it's easier with map strat, and we'll have that in a second. Okay, so first things first. ER has now won this match. They are up 3-1. Actually, added that already. So GG's to them.
To the European Redcoats.
And I also approve of the strat of putting your large mechs in places where lots of other mechs can't go. It saves you a lot of mechs for screening, and you don't really have to think about it as much. It's really nice. It's a really good strat. I like playing that for first drop, for the light drop.
That's the surprises I was kind of expecting and hoping to stay. I kind of wish it was heavy peeps, to be honest. But yeah, it worked out in the end, so...
Yeah, bullshark farming. No surprise there. Yep. But that's all the bullsharks for ER. So, and we haven't seen a single bullshark yet from ES. So maybe ES is going to like just bring a big darker deck now and hold Delta 5 themselves. Okay, I'll swap to the wink to the map strat. Okay, so we had ES like 2 assaults going down there. The rest of the mechs kind of going this way. The assaults, actually they didn't go that far. Boing. The assaults also go up here, and then they are like with all the mechs in this area here. ER meanwhile has a Phoenix Hawk there, a Stalker here. That's a Banshee and a Bullshark, and then a Stalker in this area as well, right? That's kind of how ER was set up, I think. And what I think they should have just done is, like, have the Cyclops just find a position where he can shoot at that Phoenix Hawk without the other Phoenix Hawk also farming him. And then you just have your Brawl Max stand around that thing, like close to this, so that the Phoenix Hawk either has to trade with the Cyclops or it drops and jumps into all your Brawl stuff. And then you just move up and you stay low ground. And you kind of set up for the same thing with the other Phoenix Hawk. But I think the other Phoenix Hawk would just drop and go somewhere else, right? So assuming that actually happens immediately, once you're done with this guy, I think you just hug this this rock here, and then you push in here. This low ground here would require these guys to move up, and then they are in brawl range, and you're good. But ER was actually like they were standing really deep, and that worked out for them because they only had to deal with another brawl push, right? But if ES had been Daka with more max, right, they could have just pushed up here and excluded those 2 stalkers. Like, these would not have been even like a thing. They would have just killed that Bullshark and the Banshee, and they would have been fine.
Absolutely, I would have
Yeah.
taken control over Theta and pretty much closed them in
Yeah.
one quadrant.
Yeah. Yeah, I think because it didn't really show um because ES was playing a push, but I think ER was playing that like their big mechs didn't really have lines. Like the Stalker over here, that was really good. That was a really nice mech. But other than that, they were still like it was still possible to cut their team in pieces that you can engage one at a time, kind of like this. And that's not ideal, but I mean, it was still good. So yeah. I mean, if I had like the ability to make ES play what I want, like as a wish or something, like I would want to see like bull sharks in this area, and then yeah, I don't know what would be the last mech even be. Maybe maybe they just keep some mid bomb just to have something that deals better with other Daka or something. I don't know, and then they just move that up into Charlie
Okay,
4.
both teams are wild. Now they both want going back for EU servers.
Okay.
What is wrong with them? Back and forth. We don't have to switch. You guys could have stayed on EU if both of you agree. You don't have to switch back and forth.
Yeah. But yeah, like Taka in Delta 5, that would be my dream. And they have the max, they have all the bull sharks, so they can do it. It's possible. ES can do it. They can make this
I'm
threat
really,
too.
yeah, I'm hoping now for not a brawl push, but actually play more of a mid-game control deck with Daka or then less one, just really all in Daka, some nice skirmishers, and play a long game, the macro game, and not just quick.
Yep. Yep. Something where they also can all see each other and support each other. Because like they really started to like Highlander was stalling here, Cyclops was stalling here, and the catapult and the crud and one of the cruds were already here. Like they were already pushing with 3 guys and 2 were still over here. That is something that you don't want to have. And
Yeah, I guess ES has to come up with something that's not just W against ER. ER is they are expecting it. You can say they are prepared and they are using that advantage for them.
yeah. Yep.
Same as on River City, they were expecting it. They were already advancing their ball shark to Citadel. Now it's time for ES to surprise them.
Yep. And I think if they just play Daka versus Daka, like they have a huge advantage just mech wise, because Redcoats don't have any
They
Daka
can
mechs
bring
anymore.
all the ball sharks.
Yeah, they can still bring all bull sharks, and ER doesn't have any left. So they could just outmatch mech by mech with the superior Daka mechs. Because like what would I mean, we've seen that ER is open to playing Mauler, but Mauler really melts if it gets focused. Like it has a big CT, it doesn't have the greatest survivability. Um, they I think they also played a Sleipnir, but like the Sleipnirs that we've seen were both kind of a bit undergunned. I think they were probably really mobile, and that can be good. But if you want to play something, like if you want to push into 3 bullsharks, you want something that actually packs a punch.
Okay, both teams are locked
Both
now.
teams are locked. Okay, then let's remove that game video. And this time I'm going to be there before it starts loading, and there will not be any issues.
Okay, something I would love to see is a Narc Raven and a Narker and a Thornbolt or Thunderbolts. You can make so much shenanigans
Ooh.
around these hills, like Charlie 5. All these hills have like a ridge on top of them where you can just get nice angles. You cannot be rushed if it doesn't have jump jets. And you can create like really nice flanking maneuvers with LRMs and make the enemy move or suppress them.
Oh, this is going to be
I would
interesting.
love to see that stuff. but I don't expect it, to be honest, because it's very daring.
No, I'm sorry to tell you, but that is not what we're going to be seeing. But it's I
No,
think
I
we'll
don't
still
expect
have a show. Like it's like, I'm going to spoil
Okay.
this much. ES didn't drop a single bull shark, so maybe they are just more.
What? That is extremely daring, and
Yeah,
I want to see what they are bringing to the
Yeah.
table now.
I think a very easy way to say this is they just played the more ethical decks. Like they didn't
This
play
is your
the
wish.
they didn't play the cheese.
And my wish. Now we're seeing the catapult and the Skakamish.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's tough. The Atlas is so strong. The Atlas that yeah is bringing. Where are they pathing though? Those they're up here. Charger number 7, like 3 Atlas RS. Like each of these Atlases is like 24 DPS pinpoint. If they are single heatsink, they can basically hold that fire for I don't know, better part of a minute. So and they are still Atlas, right? They are Giga Tanky. And number 7 also Giga Tanky, not quite as much DPS, not quite as much sustain. Phoenix Hawk 7S is probably back to it's 3 ER largest again, actually. So maybe he
Very interesting. Good scouting on the European Redcoats right now with the commander, but it should be a bit more less scared and go forward and
can he
actually
actually
scout
see
closer
anything?
range.
He doesn't know where
It
they
didn't
are.
see them because it's too far away, too scared of scouting. It should have went closer, but yeah,
but
now it's not gonna see it because they have the hill in between.
yeah.
Yeah, the rest
And
of the team saw them now.
Jiu-Jitsu, no, did they? Oh yeah. He sees them saw them crossing over the bridge. But I think, I mean, I was about to say they are like spreading out too much again, but they are waiting here before they call the push.
Yeah, ER now has to move spread out
But
across against D5. Take D5.
Yeah, I think I was
spread
about to
out.
say like ER, you're already like next to the perfect receive position. Just go there again, play it again.
No, they stay on the low ground
No,
with the
no.
Atlas RS.
Oh, that can
The
be
RS
really.
should take the range.
That
They
can.
really should take the range.
Oh, Orion drops.
They could be jumped. Oh no.
I hope that doesn't mean that they are all going to adjust their route to match that of the Orion. They should just go.
Oh,
now.
the champion. The champion's gonna shoot them from above. Oh, they're gonna have the high ground.
No,
That
they're
could be
stalling. They
amazing.
need to move now. They need to move.
Oh, they're
Move,
moving.
move.
The
They're moving.
catapult is jumping.
Catapult. Let's go, catapult.
Oh my god.
Another focus
Skakamish,
fire.
no.
Who are they shooting?
Nice,
They are
nice.
on Raptorian
They're shooting the charger.
and the Charger, yeah. Charger
Charger's
just
gonna go
goes down.
66%. It's
Oh, but
already
catapult is
CT
lagged.
open and it's dead.
Oh, 45. You should not push now. You should just stay there and jump jet. No. Okay,
no.
but I think does mean Liam is also just going to go down without dealing much more damage.
Yeah.
And I think if they just push,
Skakamish is shielding.
Mars now, they can get that pick for basically free as well. And they kind of have to do that.
Yeah, they're pushing.
Oh, but
in.
now they need to get around this corner. They don't want that Atlas RS blazing their back. No, catapult, don't stare.
The charger, the champion got lagged. Oh no.
And catapult gets destroyed. I think the mask Atlas is like super fresh though, so that can deal a lot. Yeah, I think that will just kill Raptorian and then it's a cap game. Like let's look at the legs.
Yeah, and that's gonna.
Oh, right leg is going to go.
If European Redcoats are playing smart, they should win. It's a Phoenix Hawk and the Commando. The Phoenix Hawk is almost
Oh right, the
fresh,
Commando's still
same
around.
as the Commando. It wasn't even in the fight. They were fighting 5v6 the
Yeah,
entire
but
time.
I don't know. Like depending on the Skokomish build, it is actually faster than the 3 large Phoenix Hawk. I don't know how fast does that go.
It is running. It is not running, so I can't tell you.
Yeah, I guess it's going to lag the
It's probably
Skokomish.
around 90.
Oh no. They are like,
Not even.
if the Skokomish is not pursuing, it's just going to get farmed and outranged. Oh, I think the Atlas just lost its leg.
133. It's
Okay.
running
The
133.
Skokomish can only go like 115 or something, I think. Yeah, Atlas is lagged.
Yeah, it's not too fast.
Yeah, I think the Phoenix Hawk is just going to kill both of these guys. Is the champion also lagged?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the champion is lagged. The Skokomish is almost lagged.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
They
Skokomish.
should have won this.
Yeah, Skokomish needed to just hold W and stay on the ass of that Phoenix Hawk. Because it can't leave. Like, it's just going to get lagged here. Yeah, it goes. Well, I mean, they have enough cover, but they don't have the cap lead to just relax and sit back.
Yeah, and the cover is not really supporting them too much because, yeah, the Phoenix can squirrel around them. There's just so much angles.
Yeah, Phoenix Hawk is also really fresh still. Like, there's nothing even close to breaking. And, like, two-legged assaults are not going to threaten it. They should just hide somewhere. Like, maybe near Theta or something.
Resource point Theta is ours.
Yeah, Theta actually flipping to Redcoat control now.
Enemy forces have Sigma.
Yeah, I mean, this is a completely untouched, unkillable commando, right?
Yes,
Proudly
absolutely.
presenting his dig mounts. Oh, man.
Very interesting. It's running med expulses and small expulses.
Yeah, it's a DPS fit. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
the
I was
assaults
kind
are
of expecting
finally
a
hiding.
snub at least, but
Yeah, this is what they
very
should have been
basic
doing
build.
initially. Oh, but now his left leg is one touch. He's going to walk back too far, and then he'll lose his leg. No. Please don't. Just hug the rock. I think the Skokomish is also like super one touch on the leg. What the fuck?
Jujutsu could just run around that hill and shoot him from the side, but he's too scared to take a different angle.
I think my spectator
Oh,
cam
there you got it.
just got a little funky, but that's okay. We're almost done.
Yeah.
I just have
The
permanent
champion's
movement
trying
right
to
now.
get-
It's not nice.
Oh, you can
Just
I think if
escape?
you
No.
press the other movement key, so you're standing still, press escape, alt tab out, and alt tab back in, it should be gone.
Alt tab. No.
But first you have to make the camera stop, press escape, and then tab.
Yeah, but once I press escape, camera starts moving again. That's the problem.
Ah.
Well, it's okay. I can move around anyway. I'm still flying half a ship.
Okay, yeah, now they're touching data and the Phoenix knows where it is.
Yeah, and it's both like one touch tag.
Leg, yeah.
So
This match is pretty much done. They have no chance.
yeah, I would like to see the Phoenix Hawk going in a bit more aggressively. Well, actually, the champion still has some health, so I guess he can't do
Yeah.
that.
The champion's still scary. Jujutsu is too much taking the same angle. He should switch
Yeah,
it
he's
up,
repeating,
go
but-
down. Yeah, he's repeating the same angle. Walk back. You have the range. You
And
could
he also
just
has the time.
shoot
Like,
it from the low ground.
there's nothing going to happen to him if he takes a bit longer with this.
Yeah, take the range and your mobility
Oh my
for an
God.
advantage.
Theta is controlled
My
by the
camera.
enemy.
He just lost so much HP.
Repeatedly pressing the button fixed it. I actually have a working camera again.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Ah, there goes down the Skokomish. Finally, he took a different angle and now could
Yeah.
shoot the leg. That really helps it.
Ah, but now the leg
So-
of the Eagle Eyes is open as well. Like, that's just 1 or 2 more burns at
Yeah.
most.
I'm
Yeah, one
surprised the
burn.
commando is taking so long.
Yeah, I don't know why the
could just
commando is
go in
just-
for the kill.
Yeah,
It's just
I don't
it's so
understand either.
scared.
I mean, maybe they just wanted to play it really safe. Maybe Jujutsu was like, I got this. Let me farm them. Let's just play this
Probably.
5 versus 6. And I mean, they did, kind of.
Yeah, but it's still if you want to actually win this game,
Yeah,
use your mobility, play your skirmish mech, and yeah,
yeah. He could have.
you can still farm them, but
Yeah, he could have gotten
don't
in
underestimate
super
your
easily
enemy.
and killed the Skokomish and the Atlas instead of having the Phoenix Hawk fight them for like 3 or 4
Yeah.
minutes in the same position.
Yeah, the same angle. Ooh, that hurt me as a skirmish player. Alright, GG's to the European Redcoats.
Yep.
Those were really interesting games. That's why I love these games.
Yeah. 4-1 for them. Yeah, we saw another push with catapults, and they did really well. I think it's just like they were missing like that little bit, you know, like just tiny bit more to get them over the finish line. And that being said, like ER large Phoenix Hawk is difficult to pin down with the mechs that they brought. So
Absolutely. If they are tucking in up there,
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe we could talk about the paths that they took, but I think that was very similar to what we've seen before, right? Like ES. Well, actually, I need to. ES went up to Delta 3 again, waited a bit at the gap down to Theta, and at the same time ER just moved up. Was already in Shelly 5, was almost in the position they should have wanted to be in, and then they also push into Theta. And ES decides to take the better route, not going low ground, and they jump each other, they mash each other's faces in, and then Phoenix Hawk wins it in the end against Atlas and Skokomish.
that was actually really tight down there. They were jumping on them. They should have just committed, be fast, and then, yeah, take
Yep.
out one after another.
Yep,
Commit
yep, yep.
one side, don't split, call one target, focus fire.
Yep. But
They
so,
had the upper hand there, actually.
as I said, they are the more ethical team though. Like, so, guess we have to acknowledge that they are number
Yeah.
one ethical team. Is Escadron suicide or whatever they are pronounced. I'm sorry.
And it's really not easy if you play a brawl push like that. It's a lot of chaos. Keeping to coordinate that, keeping the coordination up and everything. It's not easy. Everyone's talking mixed in between and whatnot. Not easy. They tried it.
Yep.
They
Yep.
didn't
Yep.
get it. Next time they will improve and they will get them for sure.
Yeah. I mean, right now there's a very easy way to improve, right? Just don't be ethical. Use bull sharks. And yeah.
Very true. Those were really interesting games. And as I said in the beginning of the stream, that's why I wanted to see this game.
Yeah, I think what surprised me the most though is that like drop deck wise, the games I saw last week were much cleaner, but these were, I mean, I don't want to say more creative, but they did more like funky stuff, like putting mechs up high, taking weird paths to get a surprising angle, that type of stuff. So yeah, that was definitely
Absolutely.
interesting to see.
They were showing that they really put in thoughts what they're going to do and what they're expecting the enemy to do. So
Yep.
yeah, if you see what they're doing in the beginning, you actually knew, okay, they were expecting the enemy to make a brawl rush, they to push airfield, for example, on River City, and they planned accordingly and did
Yep.
the scouting properly, which was really amazing.
Yep. 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 But yeah, I think that's it for the stream though, and yeah.
Yeah, GG's for the European Redcoats. Nice games, really great. It was very close in quite a few matches. They were, I'd say they're really balanced and really good teams and being in the same div. And I think it's the proper placement for them. And I expect to see some nice matches again.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
I want to watch them again. That's for sure.
All right. Yeah, I'll click stop streaming now, and then it's going to go for like 5 more minutes, and then that's it. Bye bye.
Alrighty, GG's. Have a good one, everyone. Until next time. Bye bye.